From Independence, Kentucky, it's Sports Without Boundaries with Eric Deters and his sidekick Nick Battista.
Ladies and gentlemen, the American Cheering Bulldog Nation, welcome to Sports Without Boundaries. It's yours truly, Eric Deters, with my sidekick and co-host, Nick Battista. How you feeling tonight, Nick?
Great.
All right, we're ready to do this show. We only have about 10 topics to get through. How many?
68.
68. Watch how good we go through 68 topics, making you laugh all the way. First and foremost, Kelce's Bud Light ad. Did you see this? All these guys sitting around grunting?
I watched it today, yeah. I didn't even catch him, and it was Ian Sunday.
I'd like to know how much they paid him for that ad, which is not going to do anything to help Bud Light.
No, I thought it was going to help Mulaney, but it didn't.
It didn't.
It was silly.
Bud Light is now out of the top 10 of American beers.
Amazing.
Tiger Woods says, I hope they say F the Saudis like I did.
Yeah, they won't, because he didn't need.
Wow.
He didn't need the money.
Well, actually, he took the money, and then they built a golf course, made all the money, but he's like, hell with LIV. But no, remember Kuwait? It wasn't the Saudis, but it was Kuwait.
Yeah,
remember?
right.
I'd like to know how much Kuwait paid him.
Right. Well, they're an
Oh, wait a minute, I take
they're
it back.
ally.
It wasn't Kuwait, it was Dubai.
Dubai. Yeah.
Dubai paid him a fortune.
Richest country.
That's what I'm talking about. Joey Chestnut won his another mustard belt. Could you eat 60 hot dogs in that amount of time?
I don't think I've eaten 60 hot dogs in my lifetime.
I object to how they order it. Because
And
they
I
go
like
like
hot
this. They go like this, and half the stuff falls on the ground. They call it a hot dog.
Oh, it's awful.
I could eat hot dogs like that. Trout has a broken wrist. Is going to be out for 2 weeks.
Longer
Anaheim's already in third and fourth place.
than that. I say 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, they're in trouble. The Cincinnati Reds keep winning. They close out the All-Star break, 1 game out.
1 game up.
Excuse me, 1 game up.
Right.
Now, how about your Cleveland Indians, the Guardians?
They're a half a game up in first place.
You know what? I just hope the Reds do not trade anybody. I want them to just stay pat and not go out there to get some big-name pitcher like Verlander or Max Scherzer, because they always will suck. I don't want another Joey Votto contract.
They're not going to do that. No way.
By the way, Joey Votto and De La Cruz have been the difference. Wow.
Yeah,
It's
now,
like, boom.
how do you like Joey Votto?
I like Joey Votto now. Let's go, Joey Votto. The All-Star game, are you even going to watch it?
I do. Every year I watch.
Yeah, I watch the All-Star game, too. It's a fun time to watch. It's a good game. Lots of the home run activity and all that. Ronald Acuna Jr. from the Atlanta Braves, who the Reds recently played. First guy by All-Star break. 20 home runs, 40 steals, 50 RBIs.
Amazing. That's why they're going to win.
That's like Joe Morgan-like numbers.
Again.
Yeah. All right. There was once a game back in 1913 or so. The Pittsburgh Pirates played was only 51 minutes and 9 innings.
You can't believe any of that back then. And somebody was probably paid off.
51 minutes. That is crazy. Hey, have you seen Olivia Dunne? This hot LSU gymnast?
Yeah.
She says her pronouns are USA.
I loved it.
Don't you love her?
Yes, I do.
You know, she's gonna make more NIL money than anybody.
Right.
She's unbelievable. Don't you wish you were born in a fairly attractive woman, Nick, instead of an ugly guy?
I said if I ever come back, if there's reincarnation, I want to be a hot blonde when I come back.
I mean, hot women have it made. If they play their cards right, they got it made. Right. In this day and age. All right, Wimbledon's begun. They're pretty far into it. I don't pay attention to Wimbledon until the semifinals.
I don't.
How about you?
Probably the Sunday morning of the final.
Djokovic is still in it. The weather's been good, but we'll have more on that next week. Cincinnati Country Day grad actually won his first match at Wimbledon.
Oh,
I don't know if he's still in or not, but how cool is that?
That's very cool.
All right.
Nice school. Good school.
Henry Hasselback, the son of Matt Hasselback, decided to not go on I think it was a Clemson lacrosse scholarship to play football at Michigan State. I'd say
Maryland.
Maryland.
Yeah.
You want to play lacrosse at Maryland or football at Michigan State? That's a pretty easy damn decision.
Right.
All right.
Hasselbeck, he's a bum.
Ken Riley's wife, he just got fired, ESPN. Ken Riley's wife will be his presenter at the Hall of Fame. This was way overdue. It's a shame that the Rattler isn't here himself. Correct. You got any comments, Brown fan?
No, he should have been in though. He had how many interceptions? A lot.
He led the league for a while.
Yeah.
All right. Venus Williams got hurt at Wimbledon and is out. When will she stop playing tennis? I have nothing but respect for her, but her time has come. She needs to stop playing.
She turned into an ugly American there. Are we going to talk about what the line violation call?
Go ahead.
Oh,
yes.
my Lord. She refused to shake the chair umpire's hand after the match because she lost on a line violation that she thought was in, and her opponent challenged it, and clearly it was out. And she was the ugly American and didn't shake the guy's hand.
You got to be nice Americans when you're at Wimbledon.
She's 42.
All right, the BYU Field Mistake. They got the Roman numerals. They got them backwards, upside down. That's a disaster. I thought Brigham Young, the Mormons were smarter than this.
They are.
I thought Mormons were smart.
Didn't somebody look before?
All right, Brock Purdy's engaged. This is an example of what happens to you if you're a hot woman.
Right. Yep.
I mean, you get to marry Brock Purdy.
It'll be his downfall.
All right. Jordan regrets leaving the Bulls to play baseball. He says we could have won 7. I think he's crazy. I think he could have won 8.
They could have won 8, but he shouldn't bring that up because we know why he left. The gambling allegations, right?
Yep. Bob Baffert has had his Churchill Downs ban extended through 2024. No Kentucky Derby next year for Bob Baffert. Any comment on that?
Yeah, nobody's above the Downs, man. But
all right, back to Wimbledon. They changed the rule. I didn't know this, but apparently the ladies, they were restricted with their dress that could affect them wearing their appropriate things that they need for lady problems. Well, now they're going to allow ladies to wear the proper underwear.
Yeah, it's not that they couldn't wear the appropriate things. It was the color that it would have changed if they were wearing white.
Brad Calipari. Sports without boundaries, folks. Brad Calipari has got an assistant coaching job of player development at Vanderbilt for Stackhouse. I wonder what John thinks about it.
I don't know. I mean, good for him.
All right.
Good job.
Ohtani injured his finger after he gave up 2 home runs. He noticed he got hurt.
Right.
So he wanted out of there. But should they trade him or keep him?
I don't think he's tradable, but I did hear today that he might come to Cleveland. If we gave up Shane Bieber and 2 of our best pitchers, he'll come for a half a season.
The Angels have not won with Ohtani and Trout.
Right.
If I were them, I'd trade them both and start over like the Reds, get the best prospects in any organization.
In fact, the top 5 teams with the highest payroll are nowhere in playoff contention. Right?
Good point. Home Run Derby is going to be a rematch of Alfonso and Rodriguez. Somebody else could maybe get in there, but who wins between these 2?
Oh, Pete. I go with Pete, man.
All right. A cameraman got hit by a wild throw.
Oh, that was ugly.
From the Baltimore shortstop in the Yankee Stadium. He's got an orbital fracture.
Right. He went out with the peace sign.
I wonder if he'll get workers' comp.
Good.
How about De La Cruz's back? You hear this controversy?
Yeah.
The little thing on the end of the
I
bat.
didn't even know that thing existed.
And it was a big issue. And when he got to put it back on, he hit a home run. And then he kind of like
pointed
at Manny Ramirez. The coach of the Orioles.
Right.
He gave him some. All right, Cincinnati Cyclones are now going to be affiliated with the New York Rangers. I think this is great news. What do you think?
I guess so, yeah. That's pretty cool.
All right, John Kitna's son played at Florida. He was a football player. And he had to leave because there were porn charges.
Right.
He got
Child
busted.
porn.
Child porn. And guess what?
He got off.
He got off. He ain't going to jail, but he admitted his guilt.
I read 3 different stories, and they didn't say exactly what it was.
Yeah, but it was something bad.
Pictures.
It was obviously bad because he's acknowledged he did something bad.
Minors engaged in sex, yeah.
All right, how does Jeanie Buss leave Shaq off the 5 most important Lakers? I mean, why is LeBron on there? He just got there.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
I mean, that LeBron's on there. I could name 5 better than Shaq, though, I think.
It's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar,
Right.
Magic Johnson, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, and Phil Jackson. Or if you want to stick with players, Jerry West.
I mean, you have to.
Jerry West,
right? The logo.
Or Will Chamberlain.
Will Chamberlain, right?
Right.
My God.
LeBron James doesn't belong
No,
on
not
there.
at all.
And she should have named
Yeah,
players.
one
You know why she named Phil Jackson? She used to boink him.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
They dated. They dated. She put Phil on there.
What about Riley? He had the 8.
That's another Pat Riley. You're right. Joe Burrow went to Michael Rubin's, the Fanatics' big billionaire.
Man,
he hung out with all these fancy people, the white party. How come we weren't invited at the white party, Nick? Maybe next year, after they all start watching our show, we'll be invited to the white party. Hang out with them all. All right. Yankees' Jimmy Cordero is suspended for the season over domestic violence. When will they learn?
I don't know. You know, there's always two sides to every story. I don't know what went on here.
It must be bad if he's
Maybe
suspended.
she hit him first.
Way to take up for the men. All right. Aaron Judge's toe is bad.
Mm-hmm. That's the play right there.
Yeah, this seemed like not a big deal, but he might be done. He actually has said that he doesn't know if it's ever going to heal. Some people are saying he ought to sue the Dodgers for their state, the way it was all set up.
Right.
Like it caused this problem. Could you imagine if Aaron Judge
my Lord.
is done because of a toe?
Yeah, he's one of the good guys in the sport, man.
All right. Really, the biggest news in sports this week was Britney Spears. Was she or was she not struck by Wembanyama's team? Wembanyama said he was told by security just to walk straight, ignore everybody, and keep going.
Right.
She apparently tapped Wembanyama, got backslapped by one of his security people, but there's apparently some video. The police say she slapped herself.
Right. He pushed her hand. Her hand went back into her own face.
She slapped
It
herself.
wasn't even a big deal.
Britney Spears. You know what? We all wanted her to get out of her conservatorship. I think we were all wrong. There's a reason why she was in conservatorship. Put her back in a conservatorship.
Nuts.
Corey Dillon is blasting the Cincinnati Bengals for not putting him in the Ring of Honor, and I'm like, what?
Give it a shot.
All the Bengals that I know that belong in there ahead of Corey Dillon?
He should shut up.
He should shut up.
He belongs there, but man, throwing the shoulder pads into the crowd and
He left us under bad
he
circumstances.
won a Super Bowl. Shut your mouth.
Yeah, he went to the Patriots. All right. Carmen Electra and McCarthy, Without Boundaries, are doing a new show, a new commercial for Skims. Do you think maybe they took Ozempic? I say they took Ozempic. That's the way they're looking at it. That's the way they're looking today.
What's Skims and what's Ozempic?
Skims is those things that make you look thinner.
Oh,
Female
okay.
things. Get with the program. All right. Larsa Pippen says she's got 11 eggs for young Jordan and her to start having babies. Should he start having babies with this crazy woman?
Hell
I say hell no.
Hell no.
And Michael Jordan has weighed in on he does not approve of this relationship.
God.
All right. De La Cruz threw a ball from third base 95.6 miles per hour.
Yeah.
Did you see that play? By the way, De La Cruz makes our show 4 times today.
He's unbelievable.
All right. Mark Ingram of Alabama is going to replace Reggie Bush at Fox Sports.
Great.
Seems like one Heisman for another.
Right.
Big deal.
Same guy, different name, right?
All right. Sports Without Boundaries. Remember that. Apparently, this woman thought her man was cheating. Ends like he was where he was going.
Yeah.
Ends up he was going to these places by accident because he's got dementia. So, guys, your new excuse.
There you go.
If you're caught cheating, it's dementia.
Patty, I won't be home tonight. I've got dementia.
Do you believe it? Dementia got this guy off the hook.
What's this have to do with sports?
Stephen A. Without Boundaries. Stephen A. Smith is upset. He didn't even get invited to Rubin's white party. Stephen A., what about us? We're on the same level as Stephen A. already. Stephen A., we're coming for you. All right, College Game Day, ESPN, since everybody's getting fired, Pollock and all of them, they act like, it's going to change. You know what ESPN was doing? They were cutting costs. They're going to hire other former jocks back at a cheaper rate.
Right.
That's all it is.
Yes, sir.
Game Day will continue. Skip Bayless and Charles Barkley went at it about Undisputed. And guess what? The show's now going to be on a 2-month hiatus because they can't find anybody that'll sit down and debate
with Skip
Bayless.
Can't stand that guy.
He wants Barkley. You know what? It'll be interesting.
Barkley would be a good choice because Barkley doesn't take things personally.
All right, back to Wimbledon again. This is great. They actually told all the guests that show up at Wimbledon, will you please be quiet when you have sex in the bathrooms? Apparently, sex in the bathrooms at Wimbledon's a thing. And they've had to tell them to be quiet. They're making too much noise.
They weren't even the bathrooms or locker rooms. I guess they're players. I don't think it's the public.
I don't know. All right, did you see the Cards lose to the Marlins by that throw to the pitcher? 2 outs, and he's just a routine back to the mound. He throws it over to first baseman's head. 2 players score. It's why the Cardinals are on last place.
Yeah, they're horrible.
All right, Gilbert Arenas blast LBGTQ.
Nice.
He's had enough of them.
Good.
Don't you like a guy who finally speaks out? He doesn't have a job at ESPN, nor will he ever get a job now.
That's right.
How about Patrick Mahomes' wife? Always causing trouble.
Yeah.
Her and the little brother.
Oh, the dolphin thing.
Yeah, the dolphin things. The whole Miami, good golly.
Well, she got
Controversy.
She got raked about this.
She's deleted the picture. Does that picture bother you? Doesn't bother me.
No.
Doesn't bother me at all. All right, Neymar, the famous soccer player, got fined $3.3 million for building a lake at his mansion in Brazil.
No kidding.
Aren't you glad you live in the United States? This is why people are pouring across the border from Brazil.
There's HOA down there, too, apparently.
All right, the Bengals punter, Kevin Huber, is retiring at 37 years old. He's a good guy. I played in a celebrity softball game with him once.
Nice.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Good guy. All right, Jordan's Nike money. Do you know how much Jordan makes for Nike?
5%.
$220 million this year. He makes more 1 year of Nike than he did his whole career.
Yeah, he only made $94 million in salary with the NBA.
He's a smart man.
Well, his mother was. Remember?
Did you see this clip of giving him the business? This referee.
I've seen it. Yeah,
isn't it hilarious?
Oh,
I've never seen it before.
Really?
I've never seen it before. Instead of saying personal foul, he said personal foul. He was giving him his business. He was giving his business. All right, Team USA 2023 FIBA rosters announced. There ain't any superstars on the team.
Yeah, nobody wants to play.
How do we win with these guys?
We better anyways.
All right, with all the beer controversy, did you know that Troy Aikman started his own beer?
No.
He did. And you know what? He's now publicizing that, hey, folks, this is a real American beer. He's probably going to lose his job now.
If I drank beer, I'd buy his beer.
All right.
Sure.
Dennis Rodman has a tattoo of his girlfriend on his face. His girlfriend said she told him not to do it, but he did it anyway.
Oh, God, lunatic.
Look at that. Why would you? Josh, do you plan on getting a tattoo of your wife or girlfriend on your face?
Hell no.
How about you?
No.
All right.
Better than Zion across your face.
Sports Illustrated had the Reds on as the hottest team in baseball. I was worried it might jinx them, but the Reds kept winning.
Well.
Wow.
That came out 2 days ago. They've won one. They lost one and won one. We'll see.
Tom Brady always seems to make our show. He got invited to the white party, and apparently he wasn't fooling around with Kardashian, as rumored. Apparently him and Emily Ratajkowski were hanging out.
Nice. So it wasn't.
This chick is a hoe, though. She's with Harry Styles. She's with this guy. Tom Brady. Tom Brady's got to stay away from her.
Well, her and Kim.
Why would Tom Brady want to mess with Kim? He'd have his first STD. De La Cruz actually made De La Cruz dominates our show. He actually made a Mission Impossible trailer.
I saw it.
He's a hater.
He's hating.
Awful.
Covenant Catholic's got to get a new stadium. It's going to be Arts Rental Field. What I don't understand is Dennis Griffin donated the first field. His name gets wiped off. Never dedicate a field. When we're filthy rich from doing our show, let's never give money to a field because they'll take your name off of it as soon as you're not hot anymore.
Right on.
Portland Trailblazers. Do you hear this story? It's an old story, but it's a good one. Bobby Knight told the Portland Trailblazers, do not draft Sam Bowie. Draft Michael Jordan.
He's the best athlete I've ever seen play basketball.
Kentucky sports betting is going to get rolling this week. I didn't realize this. My buddy Steve Cunningham, your backup, Hall of Famer, said that you have to actually go to Ohio to gamble. You can't gamble. They actually know from your phone where you are.
Exactly.
So you can't actually go to Ohio to bet.
Right. When I was in Vegas, I downloaded the Caesars app, and I come home, and I'm like, oh, well, place a bet. And they said, no, you can't do it in Ohio.
You watch, Kentucky will be the #1 state losing money for sports betting. This is a great story. Steph Curry scored 40 on Jeff Teague, and his coach, Thibodeau, says, best defense you've ever played. Can you imagine that? You hold a guy to 40 points and your coach is happy for you?
Thibodeau's a good.
All right. De La Cruz again. Stole second, third, and home.
Yeah.
It was wild. Second was a normal steal. Third was a steal because the third baseman wasn't paying attention.
Right.
Home was because the pitcher wasn't paying attention. And he did it in 2 pitches, same inning.
Yeah.
First Red to do that since 19 what, Josh?
19, I think.
1912.
1919.
Isn't that wild?
I mean, 2 pitches. That has to be a record.
That has to be a record.
Never done that.
Fastest man in the world.
So they say. He's Superman.
2023 ESPYs is this Wednesday, and they're not going to have any hosts. How do they do that? How's there not a
It's going
host?
to be interesting.
Everybody just kind of goes with the flow?
I guess. Is there going to be like an announcer?
I don't know. That pink-haired lady named Rapinoe says she's going to retire. I say good.
Thank Jesus.
Thank God. We speak of all ordinary American male sports fans in the world. Thank you for retiring.
Yeah. But she'll probably get more camera time now.
Yes, she will.
that'll-
She'll become an announcer. She'll become an announcer. Richard Sherman said he knew it was time to retire because when he was covering Devontae Smith, he felt his whole groin rip when he cut. Good stuff. Trump appeared last night at UFC and the place went nuts.
Yeah, he gave a high five to somebody.
Yeah, UFC loves Trump. And by the way, Trump's coming out to the old Freedom Fest September the 9th.
Right.
Bob Huggins now demands reinstatement at West Virginia because he says he never did resign.
Well,
This is going to be
they
wild.
said they have written proof, and he says, no, I never signed anything.
Maybe he was drunk.
Go Hugs. I'm a Hugs guy.
Me too.
Love Hugs.
Jesus Aguilar, 18-second KO. Boom.
Bam.
How you like that? Popovich, I can't stand this guy.
Right.
But you know what? He just got Wembanyama. So what's he do?
Yeah.
$80 million over 5 years.
Right. They got to make everybody happy so this kid will feel comfortable. And
Popovich, you know what Popovich he wants to take on? He wants to beat Riley. He wants to beat Auerbach. He's going for the all-time win.
Yeah.
I'm rooting against him. NBA is now going to have an in-season tournament. How stupid is that? They say they want to make it European.
yeah.
How do you have an in-season tournament?
America doesn't like Europeans, man. I mean, it's kind of interesting. I don't know. I'm going to watch it, of course.
Yeah.
Why not? My Cavs might win it.
All right, Bobby Lawler, more UFC, KO'd his last fight. He's retiring. All right, is there anything else in sports that you'd like to share?
No, I don't think so.
Well, I sent the 1976 Farrah Fawcett bicycle picture to our producer, and he chose not to use it. All our male viewers are going to be very disappointed. But all right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the American Jerry Bull. Next week, I'm going to have a full report about the ESPYs and everything else going on in sports.